out camping today. This is our crash course on the bus. So we drove it from our place to Kincardine, which is about 200 kilometers. Just got finished cleaning up after breakfast. Now we're not using this here, we're using everything outside. It's a little bit more congested in here than what it's planning to be for our trip because we have the nephews with us. So, what have we learned? 1, I forgot to pack socks. 2, having kids is hard. Number 3, fridge works. We do not have it running on propane right now. We have it running on electricity. We did not pack a long enough extension cord, so it's pretty tight getting over to the plug-in. I think this GFI right here is blowing the circuit at that plug-in. That's enough to run the fridge and the TV, but not enough to run this GFI. Well, nothing's plugged into it, so I think something's wrong with this GFI. Okay, maybe I just can't have a GFI plugged into a GFI. I don't know. Fridge is working great. We bought some ice. Ice is still frozen. Burgers are frozen. Guys, this thing is working amazing. Once we got that problem figured out, it's going great. Toilet. Tabitha did use it. Says it works good. Driving here was pretty nice. We started a list of things that need to be fixed on it. So we're just making this list as we go. So just slowly getting through here. The nephews here are making this trip a little bit more difficult, but you know what? I'd rather the first trip be a lot more difficult than the actual trip to the Yukon that we're going to do in this, because we're not going to have the nephews with us. We packed a cooler just for drinks, just to make sure there's enough space in the fridge. Something I'm also thinking is it'd be nice to have a spot up here, maybe just to put our phones on at night, because I put mine in there. I'll probably add that to the list. But other than that, it's going good. Ceiling fan still working. We'll give you guys some more updates. Oh, another thing that I would like to do is build some leveling blocks. I didn't think about that while building this, and so right now we have the front of it on a jack, and we drove the back of it onto some camp wood just to get it up so it's a little bit more level, because our heads were the lowest point. So I'm probably going to build some leveling blocks for this thing just to pack along with us. But other than that, everything's going pretty nice actually so far. The lights up there, we turned them on, and so we just pulled a fuse so that way the lights are not bright at night, but we plugged that fuse in and then covered them up for the kids so that way they had like a little bit of a night light inside of here. But other than that, everything's going good. This drawer did come open quite a bit on us while driving. I never had that problem when it was just me, but maybe it's because now there's a whole bunch of items in there, so we're gonna have to try to figure out a way to make that drawer stay closed. But other than that, everything's going really nice in here. Everything feels good. Everything feels the way it should. I used up our first tank of water today, so this one's empty. I just went and dumped that. So from a full tank of this plus what we drink and what we used for making coffee, we're only about half a tank on this, so that's nice enough to carry. But so far so good. I'll give you guys some more updates, that's for sure. So after the week, we have a situation report. We have a list of things that we'd like to change, a list of things that we'd like to update. Everything went pretty good. I think this GFI is messing around with the GFIs when we plug them in. This up here worked perfectly for storing our stuff. I think we are going to put some hooks here to help hold our clothes as extra clothes for this trip. Fridge, when it came time to de-thaw, it started dripping a lot of water. So I think we do need to replace these seals. I'm going to take a look around to see if I can find them, because I don't think this is as good as it could be. So I'm going to try to take a look for some better seals for this thing. And toilet, I was told that when people pee, it makes a mess. So I'm going to have to figure out how to turn this into that just a little bit better. And then we can go from there. I thought that would have been okay, but I guess not. I'll have to figure that one out. Oh, so the list that we have, pretty simple list so far. Get the flip out of the driver's seat, steering wheel cover. Lock for drawer, because that drawer keeps coming. Bluetooth mic. I think I might have parts for that in my Tacoma. Weld the squeaky bolt. Drives me crazy. Tie back door for a cover that goes out the window. Shaving shakers. Not really sure what that one's about. Yeah, so there's a little bit of list things to do, and we're going to take some measurements here, hopefully buy some of the things today. I'd like to get the fan for behind the fridge, so I'm going to try to get some measurements for that. I'd like to get a steering wheel cover, so I'd like to get some measurements for that and get that ordered, and slowly whittle down on this list so that we can have it ready for when we go away, because it's coming up. Oh, I'm super excited for this trip. Fridge is still a little bit of a headache. Haven't really figured it out, but we'll figure it out, that's for sure. Well, last night on our drive to work, we blew the loop line kit for the back. So I was actually in a Canadian Tire parking lot when I realized that happened. So I was able to fix that pretty quickly. And as you can see this morning, we are one tire short. Why are we one tire short? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's because I hit like a 1/2 inch or a 7/16 drill bit on the frickin' highway on my way home last night at 1 a.m. It did hold air long enough to get home. It is gonna have to be plugged though. Look at the size of that drill bit in that damn tire. So this is why we're putting the kilometers on this thing. The tire is kind of random, it can happen anywhere, but the coolant lines wouldn't have been random. Those coolant lines would have let go on me eventually, I guess. So I'd rather it happen with the breakdown testing that we're doing. So as of right now, we're gonna get that tire fixed, and then we're gonna put this thing all back together. And then tomorrow, this trailer comes off of this truck and it goes onto this bus. The first load's going to be the lightest load. We're going to be towing a golf cart, and then we're going to slowly work our way up to a derby car from there. But we got the trailer hitch installed, got the ball installed, everything's installed there. So this trailer is going to be going from there to here tomorrow. Oh, once we get this tire fixed. But that is one of the good things about dualies, is even though I got a flat tire, I was able to make it home on just this one tire. So back to the build. Oh, the coolant leak was right down here with the heater core loop line kit right there. As you can see, I just bought some new fittings and put them back together. I did have spare coolant with me, so I was able to top up the system with the coolant I had. So yeah, going pretty good. Always more to do. So with a little bit of negotiations and some arguments, we got it hooked up. Whew. Backup camera doesn't help as much as I damn well thought it would. It'd be nicer if I could see the damn hitch. But the camera ends right about here. So I've set it up so that if you back up to where you can't see anything, then it's pretty much where you should stop. So let's get the chains, all the electrical set up, and then we'll do a quick test. Oh, we just did our light test. Made sure all the lights were working. Blinkers, brake lights, blinkers, four-ways, running lights, all the lights are working. So first step of hooking up this trailer went really good. So now, let's see how it is backing this thing up, because we're gonna back it up into there to start loading stuff for tomorrow. So the first test run for this bus did not go very good. What ended up happening is Saturday morning for the demolition derby, I came out to try to start it and it would not start. It kept telling me security key, security key. So we completely emptied the bus, we unhooked the trailer, we pulled the bus ahead with the loader, and we hooked everything up to the truck and took it to the event. Came home Saturday night, programmed the key out of it, still didn't start. Sunday, tore everything down, found a 2 amp blown fuse. Replaced the fuse. Then it was throwing all of these emission codes, so I had to take it and get it kind of fixed up for that. But we have not really tested it yet. So we're going to be heading down to New York without actually testing this thing, which is not what I wanted to do, but it's what I'm gonna have to do. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you back here later on Zach's Workshop. Take care.